Well, Southeast Iowa High School will find itself on an international stage next month, all in the name of science.
For the first time in school history, two Keokuk High School schoolers are headed to Columbus, Ohio to compete at the International Science Fair. WGEM's Dylan Smith sat down with them to hear more about what it means to them. And Dylan, it is quite the thrill, I'm sure.
That's right, a thrill indeed. One of the qualifiers told me that up until this point, competing at internationals seemed like a far-fetched dream. Now, what makes this so special is that each student chose a project that they have a strong and personal connection to.
I also took the temperature.
Science fair projects are projects that take a little longer than what you turn in for class.
Muslin, felt.
They take practically an entire school year to complete.
Doctors tell us to use the light, however the light still carries radiation.
And students get to pick whatever they like. Christine Condren, a junior at Keokuk High School, wanted to find out if certain materials could effectively act as a barrier between light and children who have jaundice. Condren had jaundice growing up, and her curiosity and hard work earned her a trip to the International Science Fair.
So they called my name, and I started clapping because it didn't set in that it was me. The girl next to me actually had to push me out of my seat, telling me, "Oh, that's you."
And then clear it out afterwards.
Kelly Tackerbit-Song will join Condren in Ohio. It's her second time qualifying. She analyzed the effectiveness of plant-based and animal-based biodiesel fuel. Her inspiration came from her father, a native of Cameroon who owns a farm.
One of the biggest things that got me into using biodiesel was figuring out how to use what we produce to reduce expenditure.
Condren and Tackerbit-Song are just two of 1,600 who will compete at the fair, and this is the first time Keokuk has had two students qualify in 1 year. They'll be joined by 8th grader Harper Wesley, who qualified to go as an observer. She researched the health impacts of vapes compared to cigarettes. Wesley says her grandmother died after using both.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I wonder why she smoked for decades and years and how that didn't affect her until right as she switched to a different substance and device.
And all three plan to continue their line of research. They'll fly out of Des Moines, Iowa in just over a month. Daniel.
All right, thanks, Dylan. And by continuing their research, the two who aren't graduating this year say next year's project will be an advancement of their current project.